Next is the 4 C's. These are reservoirs of various substances: blood, chi, or energy; bone marrow, for thinking, the nervous system; and nourishment. So the C of blood is bladder 11, urinary bladder 11. Bladder 11 is 1.5 lateral to the base of the back midline at the lower border of the first thoracic vertebra. Good for bone marrow. It's the bone shoe to regenerate the bones. So that's for the C of blood and the making of blood. C of blood. Then stomach 37, C of blood, is 6 sun below the lateral corner of the patella, 1 lateral to the tibia. So this is 3, 6, 1 lateral to the tibia. It's on both sides. Stomach 37. Also good for appendicitis, stomach 37, which is 6 sun below the lateral corner of the patella, 1 lateral to the tibia. Good for appendicitis, for appendix problems. There we go. That's moving well. Oh, those are good. And then 3 sun below that is stomach 39, 1 lateral to the tibia again. Transforms stasis, also stops pain. Stomach 39 is 3 sun below stomach 37, which is 6 sun below the lateral corner of the patella. So that's 9 sun down. Transforms stasis, opens up stuckness, stops pain. So that's the C of blood. Very good. And they're moving well. Next is the C of chi, or the C of energy. First, conception vessel 17, midway between the nipples, you remember? It's a C of chi point. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4 ribs between the 4th and 5th rib on the sternum and the intercostal space. So this helps to open up the chest, helps with breathing, helps to energize the body, helps to get everything working. And that's moving very nicely. And then, this is a nice point, urinary bladder 10 is 1.3 lateral the base of the first cervical vertebra. Now you won't feel the base of the first cervical vertebra, you'll feel the top of the second cervical vertebra. So that's where that is, right at the base of the skull. And bladder 10 raises the IQ. They found this to raise the IQ in China. It's called the heavenly pillar. Goes with the ability to stand up to stress, adversity, challenges. Urinary bladder 10, 1.3 lateral, the base of the first cervical, which you'll actually be able to feel the top of the 7th cervical vertebra, not the first cervical vertebra. Oh, there we go, those are good. And then stomach 9 is 1 thumb width, 1 sun below the chin at the medial edge of the sternocleidomastoid muscles. Stomach 9, or as they say in men, it would be at the level of the Adam's apple. So stomach 9, a C of chi point. It removes masses, it balances above and below, and it beautifies the face. So this is a very useful point to do with your patients. Kind of a little lateral to the hyoid, but you're in that area, so you could do that while you're doing the hyoid as well. That's moving well. Then the C of marrow is 4 points on the head for the memory, for the brain. So I'll start at the top of the head. It's on the sagittal suture. So right above the ear, governing vessel 20, midpoint of the skull where the apex of the ears would meet. So GV20, you remember that goes with the crown chakra. There's a little depression there on the sagittal suture. good for vertigo, also good for toning things, also good for ptosis, prolapses, so this helps to pick things up. One of my friend's teachers called it the suck 'em up point, pull 'em up. Then, so that's governing vessel 20. And then if you go back a few, 5.5, so above the posterior hairline, kind of on the corner there, is governing vessel 19. Again, that's a brain tonic. That's good. Then governing vessel 16 is below the external occipital protuberance. So that's easy to find. You just feel for the bump and go below that. And then again on the midline below the first cervical vertebra, at the top of the second cervical vertebra, is governing vessel 15. So those four are called the sea of marrow, the sea of bone marrow. It's for your blood, brains, nervous system, thinking. And then the sea of nourishment is 2 points. One is stomach 30. It's at the level of the pubes, tusum lateral to midline. Promotes the essence. It's the level of the pubic symphysis. 2 lateral to midline, 5 below the navel. Promotes the essence. So these points are good for digestion and assimilation. Balance those out. And then stomach 36 is 3 sun below the lateral corner of the patella, 1 lateral to the tibia. So it's 3 sun below the patella, 1 lateral to the tibia, stomach 36. It's in front of the tendon there. Stomach 36 is the Susan Lee point, gives you the energy to walk or move another 3 miles. It's very good for digestion, for energy, so the sea of nourishment, so you can nourish yourself, you can stay vital, always good.